Shalom, my name is Avi Moyal. I'm head instructor and chairman of IKMF, and I'm very happy to be here in UK.
Big chains, big cars. Yeah. We evolve. Big chains, big cars. Yeah. We evolve.
My teachers were Imrich, the grandmaster and the source of KRAV MAGA. I have Elia Vigzar, Aldema, a lot of instructors that gave me the vision, the skills, and the understanding of this amazing self-defense system. There is no doubt that Imi had the most impact of my life. He is the one that actually gave me the idea of dedicate my life to the KRAV MAGA, so other people can walk in peace, no matter what is their religion, what is their language, or where they are living. Imi was a quiet person. He was a gentleman and an officer. He was a fighter and a spiritual person. Every time we sit together and speak, he was always like inviting coffee, like he was from the source of the monarch country, which was in Europe, the gentleman that going to have a coffee. He was always inviting me to sit with him, to talk, and he never ever let nobody to pay for him. And we try every technique possible. We come 1 hour before, we talk with the waiter a while, and he never let us pay. He didn't like to talk about money, he didn't want to discuss it. It was for him an insult even to speak about this issue. In his mind, he was always KRAV MAGA, KRAV MAGA. I was walking with him on the street, and he would tell me, "Stop, give me a punch." And I told him, "Amy, you are an old man, I give you a punch, police will arrest me." He said, "No, give me a punch." And I was punching him, and he was making like this motion. And then he says, "You see, from the point you're standing, this is the right way to make the difference." Meaning, his mind was always dealing with angle, direction, distances, technique, and he can speak hours about KRAV MAGA. And you thought that Imi will be a person that proud. It was totally the opposite. He was very shy. He was a person of doing things, not speaking about them. Even to walk home, he was ashamed, or going on the stick, he was ordering a taxi, coming inside, so not to embarrass nobody. He was always sitting on the side when we are teaching, and not to make us embarrassed in front of our teacher and in front of our student. He was always waiting until everybody was going, and then he would say, "Can I say something?" And we say, "Of course." And then he was making another technique, another correction. I remember one time as a student, I was in the middle of the mat, and he was getting up from his chair, walking with a stick, coming, bending down, turning my heel 1 centimeter, I didn't feel even what he was doing, and stepping back and sitting. No word was, and I was after facing the mirror, trying to fix this 1 centimeter, which I didn't understand what, but he was care about us. Which this careness, I think, is the most powerful power with in the relationship between instructor and student. Depends who is the person. To explain what is Krav Maga, I will take some analogy. Let's take from the food analogy. If you look at the salad, you see cucumber, you see tomato, you know what is the sauce of the vegetable. And also when you taste it, you know what is the sauce. This is mixed martial art. Krav Maga made a great evolution since the time he was born in Israel. Today the Krav Maga is like soup. You cannot identify the ingredients. It's merged. There is principle. The flavor is one. It's much easier to digest. In that sense, the Krav Maga is very easy to learn because it's naturally done. It's very effective. And you see that every unit in the world, every SWAT military, when they learn the Krav Maga, they say, "We like this. We don't care what is the name of this system. We like IKMF Krav Maga." To explain it in a different way, during the evolution, there was some creature survived, some creature didn't survive. Those who succeed to adapt survive. The adapt was a reflex, and you see the reflex in a born baby. When he just born and you give him spoiled milk, he immediately spit it out. Who told him that this milk is good, this milk is no good? When you touch his cheek, he's immediately turning because he knows his mother on this side. When you grab his hand, he's immediately grabbing. He's born with reflex that make him survive better or give him a tool to survive. The Krav Maga is not invention of nobody. There is the reflex inside of us. We just dusting, taking the reflex out, and train you to do your natural reaction to a risk you are facing. If somebody is slapping you, this is the reaction, and you just modify the reaction to make it more effective. So the Krav Maga, based on natural reaction, based on your body tools, based on your evolution of thousands of years, it is the best self-defense system in the world. And if aliens will land in this country, in this planet, they will definitely use the Krav Maga to fight him. First, I like UK. It's an amazing place. Every time I come, my wife tells me, "Why you don't take me with you?" And I'm telling her, if I take you with me, I will not teaching. I will, which shop you are going. So I love UK. I'm actually here every 3-4 months to train the instructor, to see that everything is going well. And I've been in Scotland and Birmingham, and I see amazing people, very dedicated to the Krav Maga. Our global team, which are the highest professional Israeli instructors, are visiting UK almost every month. Sometimes twice a month, and sometimes simultaneously we have instructors like now in Scotland, another instructor in Birmingham. They are promoting the Krav Maga. They're making sure that we are doing the correct technique and we are following the image vision. So everybody are learning the Krav Maga so men will walk in peace to protect themselves. I think it's fantastic. I mean, if you talk about numbers, 2 years ago, there was 1 or 2 events. Today, there is 1 or 2 events every month. If I'm thinking about number of instructors, before I could count the instructors in my hands. Today, I cannot. If I think about how many participants and how many times we have to visit in every aspect, I think UK is growing fantastically. I think more than any other country in the world in the last year. The IKMF family is growing every month. Average, we have a new state every month. We have lately Malta, we have Macau and Hawaii, and last week Costa Rica. Because the world is one, and people are moving from place to place, and they're bringing with them the knowledge of Krav Maga. And you see instructor from one country moving to another country and calling us, please bring the Krav Maga to our new country. So in that sense, the Krav Maga is growing everywhere. There is more Krav Maga of IKMF everywhere, and I'm very happy. And as I see it, in few years, we're going to cover all the world, except of countries which UK don't have a relationship with them, and Israel don't have a relationship. And I think the time will come that we can rest more and let you, the instructor, do the job and spread the Krav Maga in your places, in other countries also.